Hi Spinehbodehs! Well, in today's video I'm going to be telling a story time. You know, you guys have been asking me to do more story times. This one is quite bad, and when I say quite bad, I mean bad. Very bad. Well, I did debate whether to tell this story on YouTube or not. I was talking to Ben, he was like, just do it. Do you know what I mean? What's the worst that can happen? And I mean, what is the worst that can happen? Well, it all begins where I was single and I was broke, and you know, I was like, I want a sugar daddy. Everybody that I know is like, I want a sugar daddy, right? I feel like even some people watching this will relate and they'll be like, I want a sugar daddy. You've even clicked on this video to find out how to get a sugar daddy, and you know what? I'm not giving you any tips, gals, because it all started with being single and like broke. I was on this app. I'm not going to tell you what app or what website or anything like that, but yeah, I was on this app, you know, mingling, doing what you do, and I got this message. The guy, he didn't have a profile picture of himself. It was just like, you know how like people that put up quotes or whatever as their profile picture, like, one of the weirdos. No offence to anybody that does that. He literally just had no picture of him and the first letter of his name, right? It said like, hi, are you looking for a sugar daddy? And then maybe me was like, yeah bitch, I'm looking for a sugar daddy. But I never said it like that. I was like, yeah. And obviously I wasn't actually looking for a sugar daddy. Like, I wasn't looking to sleep with an old man for money. Like, that is not me. Like, you know what I mean? It was just low-key. I'm interested. I want to see where this is going to go. Like, are you going to transfer me money? Do I need to be like, give me all your money, bitch? So you give me all your money? Like, you know what I mean? I was intrigued, okay? Don't blame me. Don't blame me. I was intrigued. So I was like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then he was kind of talking about this and that, saying like, oh, I like to be like dominant and stuff like that. Also, if you're under 16, click off now, because this is not a story for you. Like, this is a bad story. It's like, yeah, just like, I'm kind of dominant, like this and that. And I was like, that's fine with me. Like, I'm not that bothered by that. Like, I love a bit of dominance, you know? And he told me he was 31. So I was like, perfect, because I'm 20. Like, 31 isn't that bad, do you know what I mean? It wasn't an old man. And I mean, if he was attractive and I'm getting money, like,
I've just realised editing this that I said I'm 20, he's 31, that's not an old man. But I wasn't 20 at the time, I was young, so like, I mean, that's kind of old for what age I was.
I told Ben, right, I was out taking my dog a walk, and I said to Ben, I've been asked if I want a sugar daddy, and he's like, oh my god, yes, 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 yes. If you know Ben, that is exactly his reaction. So he was like, yes, queen, get that coin. And I was like, okay.
Can I just say, I'm editing this now and I apologise for how many times I say like. If you want to get drunk, take a shot every time I say like, because it's a joke.
He said to me, can I phone you? And I was like, it's like, I just want to know if you're being serious about this. And I was like, okay. Obviously I was still on the phone to Ben at this point, like, oh my god, he's asked to phone me. Ah! Right? And then, sorry headphone users, Ben was like, oh my god, answer, like, phone him. I was like, I don't want to give out my number. So I said to him, I don't want to give out my number. But I'd already told him at this point I lived in Liverpool, but I had a Scottish accent because I used to live in Scotland, just so he didn't know where I lived, because, you know, I didn't want to find out where I lived. And he was from England or London or something, I don't know. So I was just kidding on, I lived there. And he's like, I'll phone you, right? Just phone me off an unknown number, here's my number. And I was like, cool, right? Keep Ben on the call, and like, you know how you can do the merged calls on iPhones? So I called him and he answered, I pressed merge and merged Ben, and Ben muted himself so you could hear the full conversation. And I was so shy, like, I was so nervous. But on the phone call he was just like, hi, are you sure you want, like, why is that American? He wasn't American. Like, so, are you joking? I don't know how to do an English accent, but he was like, are you sure you want a sugar daddy? And I'm like, oh yeah. He was like, do you think you can handle it? And I was like, oh, me? I can handle it. Like, do you like older men? And I'm like, yeah. He's pure. Oh, that's good then. It actually sounded like Christian Grey, and I'm not even kidding you. Like, he had this deep, sexy voice. I was like, okay, low-key fancy you. On the phone call, he did actually get a wee bit dirty, right? He was like, do you like getting this done to you or this done to you? And I was like, whoa, like, a bit freaked out. Like, it wasn't like phone sex, right? It was just like, asking me things. I'm so sorry, family, if you're watching this right now. Like, you kind of know about this, but like you don't know the extent. So just asking me things like this and that, right? And I was like, I don't know what that is. Obviously knowing fine well that Ben's on the other end, and I'm like, you're trying not to laugh. So then I was like, sorry, I need to go, and I hung up. And then me and Ben were like, right, wait, what the fuck? Like, why does he sound that sexy for a start? And then secondly, this is a good moment. I go back home, we continue talking, we're like voice noting back and forth. But he said to me, in fact, on the phone, I forgot to say, he said to me on the phone, you're not from Liverpool, are you? You're from Scotland. And I was like, yeah. Because he kind of just got the... I never told him my name, right? Because I just had a letter as well on this website app, like, you'll never know. I had a fake name because I didn't want to have my real name on there. He was just like, call me my fake name, blah blah blah, and he was like, that's not your real name, is it? And I was like, no. And he's like, what's your first letter of your name, so like I can call you that since you know the first of mine? And I was like, E, right? So he was like, okay. Even though there's not that many names with E, there's Ellie, Emma, Eleanor, like stuff like that, but there's not that many. We would just continue talking all the time, blah blah blah. It was fine, right? We were just building up, getting to know each other more. Obviously, because he lived in England, I knew that like he wasn't going to expect sex, if that makes sense, because how am I meant to have sex when he lives in England? I'm actually exposing myself here. Do you know what? Fuck it. So then he started to be a bit more full on, and he was like, I want you to call me daddy, right? So obviously I do not have like that type of kink, right? Like, I do not think that calling daddy, like, I would say to somebody if they're hot, I'm like, oh daddy, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't actually say it like sexually. Like, I wouldn't go, hi daddy, do you know what I mean? Like, that's just not for me. If I seen like a sexy guy, I would say to Ben, oh, he's daddy, do you know what I mean? Like, that's the way I use it, but I don't use it like actual like that. So then he started being like, I want to care for you, blah blah blah, like do this and that, like I just want to look after you, I really want you to just be like my girl, right? I'm thinking, is this legit? Like, I don't know, because at this point I've not got any money, and at this point we're just talking, and I'm like, I'm not going to be like any sexualness if this isn't legit, right? Because, you know, I genuinely, before, I just need to clarify, I was in a bad phase of money. Like, I got myself in so much debt. I'm out it now, 100% out it now. But at this point, I was in debt, so I was doing anything to clear the debts because it was literally dragging me down mentally. I just got myself into debt. Basically just was like, okay, so why are you in debt and stuff like that? And I was like, because I just blow all my money, and like it cost me so much to travel and get like lunch from work and stuff. And then he was like, right, okay, well, if I send you money for your lunches and work, will that help? And I was like, yeah. So he transferred me money, and now my lunches and work, I go like 5 days a week to work, right? So that would only be, I spend about £5 a day, so that's like £25, hashtag queen of maths. Yeah, so that was only like £25, but he gave me like way more than £25. So I was like, okay, right? I got him to transfer it to Ben's bank because I didn't want it to go into mine. I didn't want him to know anything about me, and Ben was taking one for the team. And then, so he gave me that, and I was like, right, okay, do you know what? And then he started being a bit more like, can you send me like a photo of this or that? Not sexual. Just, can you send me a photo of you? Like, at this point I hadn't showed him my face because he was very thingy about showing his face as well. He was like, I want to tell you who I really am and stuff like that. And I was like, yes, same. It could just be kind of a mutual agreement, like, you know what I mean? So at this point I hadn't showed my face, and he was like, can you send me a photo of like your body, right? So I was like, okay, that's not that bad. I mean, it wasn't naked and anything like that, so I just thought, okay, like, I've got money, so like, give me as well. It's bad, like, should I be sharing this? Oh well. So I done that anyway. This is where it starts getting weirder, right? Because he actually started getting more full on. Started being like, I want you to be mine, like, or he would ask me, he would send, because we used to voice note each other, so he would say like, whose girl are you? I'd be like, yours. You want my money? Do you want me to look after you? And I'd be like, yeah. It's bad. Oh well, I don't care. Spilling it all. Just ask me things like that, and like, I'd be like a wee bit, you know, I needed to do what I needed to do. He sent me money for like taxis to places and back from places because he didn't want me getting the bus because he wanted me to be safe, and he didn't want me walking about at night. He would phone me all day every day, like not all day every day obviously. He would phone me when he could phone me, and we would just talk. And I swear down, right, I actually I didn't get feelings, like I can't explain it. I genuinely felt like a bit of a connection. Like it wasn't just like a one-sided thing. Like I did actually start to like this person. I don't know if that seems weird because like I never met him, but it was just because we spoke all the time, like stuff like that. So yeah, I didn't like him as in like pure in love, like pure have feelings, but I just started to be like, do you know what, I actually really like him. Like I enjoy talking to him, you know, it was pleasurable. And this is when it started getting even weirder. So then he was like, I want you to be mine and no one else's. So like I want to like own you, right? And the thing is, I didn't find this really weird because I know people have the kinks. Like I know people have like they're into different things, and they like that pure dominated side, like having a submissive, like kind of like if you've watched 50 Shades of Grey, kind of like that. So I was like, right, okay. And he was like, I want to buy you like a necklace or a choker that you need to wear like every day, so then it's kind of like a symbol that you are like with me. I was like, right, okay. He bought me the most expensive fucking necklace ever, right? I'm not going to say how much it was, but it was fucking expensive. And I was like, I don't mind wearing this like every day, like here we go. And then yes, that was fun. But then one night when I was drunk, I ended up actually calling him, and I was on video, so he knew what I looked like now. And then I would send me photos of this, send me photos of that, like anything, right? And the worst part of it is, this is where I've said this a few times, but this is where it started going really weird. Then he would be like, right, where are you? And I'd be like, I'm sitting in my house. And he'd be like, do you want to phone me? I'd say, oh, I can't phone you, sorry, I'm sitting with my mum. And they'd say, well, send me a photo of you and your mum then, so I know that you're sitting with your mum. Start to be quite full on that way. And I would be like, no, like why would I say? He'd be like, well, you're fucking lying to me, like don't fucking speak to me, you slut, this and that. And I would be like, right, okay, fuck's sake. So I would send him a photo like my living room or something like that. Like this is the kind of way I felt under a bit of pressure at this point. This is quite bad, so guys, I'm literally warning you right now. Then after that, he would say, let's call while you sleep, like before we go to sleep. So we would call and we would talk before bed and stuff like that, and then we would like fall asleep on the phone and wake back up in the morning and would still be on the phone. And I told my mum this, right, because I would say like, or like I fall asleep on the phone and stuff like that, and she was like, Emma, that is like full scale stalker behaviour, so he knows that you're not doing it and like with anyone. And I was thinking, no, it's not, it's just like so we fall asleep on the phone, thinking it was like cute. And she's like, nah, like that is not right. So obviously me being naive, I'm not naive now, like this was back in the day, you know. The thing is, we did stop talking for a wee bit because we argued about something. And then when I was drunk, I actually got a bit upset because I actually did low-key like enjoy talking to him every day, because it was like somebody I had every day to talk to when I was single. And then like I unblocked his number and I messaged him and I was like, I miss you. And he was like, I miss you, are you going to be like good? And I was like, yeah. It came to the point where like, right, we can't just keep talking all the time, like we need to meet. And I'm thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna die, like I'm gonna fucking die. This guy's gonna come up to England and fucking murder me, right? So he was like, I won't murder you, stuff like that, like blah blah blah. And now kids, well, there shouldn't be any kids watching because I did say this is not a story for under 16-year-olds, but do not meet up with anyone online. Do not do it. You don't know like what they're going to be like. You don't fucking know what they're going to be like. So keep it in mind, it was being weird, kind of stalkery, but he's like, I want to meet up. So I was like, right, okay. So he's like, I'll drive up from England, it's going to take me 6 hours, will you definitely come, blah blah blah. I was like, 100%, like I was going to go. But then he said, like, I don't really want to show my face, so can I wear a mask? Can I wear a mask? Yeah, because I'm going to meet somebody in a hotel room that's wearing a mask. Like, no. Well, can we have the lights off? no, like, I'm not making you if you're fucking gonna have a mask on.
Can I just add in as well, by the way, like, I had seen photos of him now, and one of them, he had a Bentley, which means he was rich, and he did send me like loads of photos of all these different cars, and he proved that they were actually him by like videoing them. Like, if I said, oh, take a video, so I knew he wasn't a catfish. If I said like, oh, take a video of cars and like walk over to it and like tap one twice, blah blah blah, then he would do it. And like, he had like this fancy house, and like he would take photos in his fancy house. So yeah, I had seen him, but I never properly seen his face.
Right, okay, like, we'll sort something out. I'll come up. When do you want me to come up? I'm like, obviously the weekend. He's like, right, okay. He started saying things, moaning at me. Then he started saying things like, I kind of know where you work and stuff like that, right? And this is where it got weird. And I forgot to mention, when I was drunk, he asked me to phone him, and I never called him on a withheld number. So then I was talking to him, and then he tried to phone me back after I hung up. No, my phone died, and he tried to phone me back, and my voicemail says Emma, right? So he found out my name through my voicemail, and then he messaged me like, Emma, and I was like, wait, how do you know my name? And he was like, oh, I just guessed it and you've replied to it, so obviously it is your name. And I was like, obviously pure oblivious. I was like, no, you didn't guess that, how did you find that out? And he wouldn't tell me. And then obviously me being smart as fuck, you know, I kind of clicked on. I was like, my voicemail. Clicked right on. I said it was my voicemail, why are you lying to me and stuff like that. It was just pure, oh, like, I was just joking, this and that. So he was showing a lot of red flags at that point, and I was thinking, then basically said to me, right, so we're meeting and stuff like that. I was like, yeah, like, I'll meet you. Never mind, he'd bought me stuff and like had money and stuff, so I thought, do you know what, yeah. And then, so he set off, we were talking, we were on the phone, he was setting off to drive up. But then he started saying things like, how rough would you go? Like, there's this thing that people do with a bathtub, right? This is actually a thing that people do. Like, I don't judge you if you like get a enjoyment out of this, but personally this is not me. So he's like, when you get a bathtub, like, the guy like holds the girl in the water until she can't really breathe, and then he like lets her up, so it's like as if he's in control of, like, and it's like fun, right? And I was thinking, fuck no, like, that just sounds like I'm gonna willingly climb in a bathtub and let him drown me. Like, do you know what I mean? No, right? This actually sounds crazy, this story. You know, I am fucking mental for continuing even this conversation. And I told Ben, and I was like, Ben, are you hearing what he said? And he was like, yeah, that's a thing. Like, that is in the community, like, of that kind of, I don't know if it could be BDSM or something. That is in that community, that they do that. Like, it's enjoyment. It's like the guy's so in control of the girl and stuff. And I was thinking, nah, fuck that, that's not me. So he said, okay, so you wouldn't go that far, like, would you, what was the other thing he said? I can't remember, something else pure crazy. And I was like, fuck no. And he was saying this way, he was halfway up to Scotland, and I'm thinking, oh hell no, I'm not going. I wasn't going to go anyway, right? But, you know, after all this, I was like, fuck no. So he'd already booked the hotel and that, which is obviously quite a shame. But the stuff he would say, what's the other thing he said? Oh, do you know what I really want to do? Because this is another thing that's in that kind of community. And I'm not dissing that community, by the way. Like, you enjoy what you enjoy. Like, it's just not me. Like, it was like, oh, I really want to just, like, it would be really fun if I could just put you in my boot and, like, drive somewhere with you, and then, like, take you out and then do this and that to you, and, like, blah de blah. And I was thinking, oh, this is too far, like, I'm gonna get fucking murdered. So then he comes up to Scotland, he goes in the hotel, he phones me, right, and he's like, hi, I'm here, and I'm like, okay, I'll see you soon. Blocked. And now this is really sad, and I shouldn't have done that, and I know, like, God forgive me that I've done that to somebody. I feel so bad, but it's in the past now. And I mean, I didn't want to die. Like, if I went, I could have died. So, you know, sorry. I'm sorry, but, like, I wasn't going to go. But anyway, after all this, like, blocked him, I unblocked him to see, like, what he was going to say, because I thought, oh shit. Because obviously in this way that he knew what I looked like, right? He knew my name, he knew everything. And I was thinking, oh, fuck, like, he could basically put anything of me out, right? So I was like, fuck, like, what have I done? I need to unblock him, see, like, where we're at. And he was just like, you're a fucking evil person, you're a slut, you're this and that, like, you're a fucking, he he was like, you're this and that, pure abuse, right? Like, you're fucking horrible. Like, I'm going to expose you. I'm going to expose you. I'm going to put everything everywhere. I'm going to tell everyone what you've been doing and this and that. And at this time I was like, what, expose me to who? Like, you don't want anyone to know what you're doing. So you didn't tell me your name, you didn't tell me anything. So if you want to expose me, you're going to have to expose yourself, because you're the one doing it as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I just thought, do you know what, fuck it. That's why I never thought to tell this story on my YouTube. I was like, oh, maybe. But then, do you know what? Like, what could you expose me of? Like, there's nothing you could expose me. You could expose, like, I don't know. You could expose, like, images, I suppose. But I mean, like, they were fucking cute. So, like, expose them.
Oh, and just to add, I did say to him, by the way, that I would give him all the money that he gave me back, and I would transfer him it when I got paid, and he said he didn't want anything to do with me, and he didn't want my money. So yeah, I wasn't that mean, by the way. When I decided I wasn't going to go, I did say that I would give him all the money back, but he didn't want it.
Like, I don't know, like, I don't know what he could expose. So obviously I don't care if he does. Like, fucking, I'll expose myself first if you want. Hashtag OnlyFans. Kid on, I've not got an OnlyFans, guys, but I mean, like, hit me up if you want one, kid on. No, I'm joking, I'm just taking the piss now. Like, I'm honestly taking the piss. But yeah, like, that is a fun story. So if this gets back to my mum, she'll probably be like, Emma, boom boom, like, this is dangerous. I've learned my lesson, guys. I don't want a sugar daddy anymore. But like, if there's any cool, cute, hot, like, non-murderer sugar daddies, hit me up. Kidding on. No, I'm kidding. I'm perfectly fine financially. I'm so stable financially now, so I do not need a sugar daddy. But I mean, a Birkin wouldn't. No, I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding. No sugar daddies for me. Not just now, anyway. No, but yeah, stay safe. Do not meet anyone off the internet that you don't know. Do not continue talking to psycho stalker freaks that make you send photos of every single place you go. Do not talk to people that don't show you their face, their name, anything. Just don't do it. Just don't do it, guys. Like, it's not a mood. Don't do it. But yeah, anyway, guys, I'm so sorry for telling that story time. It was really bad, but yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do, you know what I mean? Anyway, bye guys. I love you all so much.